intrigued by what you have to say, they may tune out, they may just not be interested. So it's really a very, very important first step to get the interest and get the focus of that person. Because sometimes you're in front of somebody that can really make a decision that can make an impact on whether your project is. And you don't always get those opportunities. You don't always get those meetings. So if you are focused and you understand the idea of keeping interest in the project by starting with the log line, and this is the way I like to do it. I start with a log line and then I gauge the interest. If there's at least some interest, then I give sort of a brief summary. Then after that, if there's interest, I'll give basically a better overview of the project and the story.
Chris, you please talk close to the mic so people can, yeah.
So
I don't think it's very, oh wait, now it is, yeah, go a little closer like this. Yeah.
Uh, So, so let's also talk about what you, okay, so we're talking about log line, one sentence or two sentences. It's just a book, okay? It's just the most intriguing or interesting thing that you can say about your project. It's just to start the ball rolling. So the flip side of that is what you don't want to do is have a log line that's very long, maybe a paragraph that talks about all these different characters, all the things that really matter to you about the project, which are legit, but it's not going to necessarily from somebody who has a limited attention span. They want to hear something immediately that they're interested in. So you have to sacrifice your creative desires to share everything about your project that you feel is exciting, is dramatic, is meaningful. And remember, this is about not about story. It's mainly marketing. They want to hear, what could I put if this is on the streaming channel? What could be that one sentence it's speaking while watching? And if they don't hear that, and one thing that I've had experience with is some people don't work hard to figure out how to finance or sell your project. They want it handed to them by a thoughtful filmmaker who says, here's how we can sell. And it's great for you to show you that sensibility that it's not just about making the film, it's about marketing it as well. You have to have a business hat at the same time. That's kind of what your log line is. Some things that you can find that are helpful and help book somebody if it's based on a true story. It's always best to start your blog based on a true story. This is a film about X, Y, and Z. This person who did this remarkable thing. That's a huge marketing vote for something that's based on a true story. So another thing is any existing IP that your project is based on, or historical event, which is kind of a true story, but it enhances what your pitch is. It's sort of you have your log line. What people often do in a log line is use a comp, use a project